Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new Thunder Monster, Thunder Blossom Monster, the very last one of its kind because we have a new era coming up, Tentacon. This is also the free-to-play monster in the Bounty Hunt. So if you play the Bounty Hunt, you will be able to get this monster completely for free. Plus you can buy additional cells in the shop. Alright, with that being said, huge shout out to SP for giving me everything I need to make this video. They provided the monster, all the cells needed to take him to rank 5, any gems I use will be reimbursed, and they also provided the food to feed this monster all the way to level 150. Alright, Tentacon, let's see what you've got. He looks quite menacing. As an adult, looks pretty powerful. Lately, abominations are moving more often and further than usual, angrily hitting the cosmic limitations that confine them in a corner of the universe for everyone else's safety. They're emanating such energy that a new one has been born from it. Its name is Tentacon, and it's a creature as strange as it is dangerous. When we look at the trait, yes, you do have the abomination trait, which I don't know how useful that is considering the last two exclusive bounty hunt monsters have abomination hater as a permanent trait. That is scary. Alright, so triple damage. Immune to blind, so you can't be blinded. And what's that last thing? A 50% damage mirror on your own. Okay. I don't know how useful that is considering most of the time you have a Megaton monster to defend you, and if you're battling a Pierce monster, well, the 50% damage mirror won't even work. So I don't know how useful this trait is. In terms of stats, let's compare it to the other monsters in the game. Okay, so I'm categorized by the life stat, and if I scroll down, alright, here you are in like 36th place, tied with that of Robo Rabbits. So 131,799, that is definitely towards the lower end of the life stat spectrum. The average being 133k, almost 134k. In terms of a power stat, this monster is also down here at 10,241, which is tied with a handful of other monsters like Forge Labs, Antlirian, and Amania. So this monster might be like a supportive based monster. The average power stat being 10,591. And last but not least, we have the speed stat. Oh, look at that. This monster is pretty darn fast at 8239, slightly less than that of Forge Labs, who has 8272, also that of Ram. Okay, so pretty fast monster, power stat irrelevant, life stat pretty irrelevant. Alright, now let's take a look at the skills. Okay, first skill we have is Tenta Whip. Deals low special damage to an enemy, applies thunder weakness to an enemy. 24 stamina 0 cooldown, sets up for thunder based attack. Static location, applies precision and immune to blind to itself. Charge Bolt deals moderate thunder damage to an enemy and applies electrified to an enemy. Keep in mind this also blocks area dodge effect. So 36 stamina, 1 turn cooldown. What else do we have? Thunder Vortex applies time stop to an enemy, deals low thunder damage to an enemy. So this is sorry, I got distracted by that large rumbling. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So this is a deny skill. You stop the enemies from attacking for 1 turn, which makes sense why this monster has a fast speed stat, but not a high power, high life stats. Spate of Junk deals mega time stop to an enemy, applies thunder weakness, so immobilize a monster for 2 turns and block and make them vulnerable to thunder based attacks. Deals low thunder damage to all enemies, applies electrify to everyone, applies time stop and blind to all enemies, so an AoE time stop with a blind. Spark Fang deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies thunder weakness to all enemies, so another thunder weakness. So this monster time stops and thunder weakness. Skill set wise, we already all know that like deniers, they're not really meta currently right now in the game. Who knows what new eras will bring. I don't think deniers are ever going to be meta unless you have a Pierce denier, which I don't think will be a thing, right? It's like using absolute zero with spec. Like, no, that shouldn't have been a thing. You go first, you mega freeze everyone. No bueno, not good. So we're going to run the singles. We're going to run single mega time stop, and we're going to run just regular time stop. The AoE is useful if in any situation you could pull it off, but most of the time in PvP specifically, there's dodge area monsters, there's top monsters, or there's a permanent Megaton monster, so it probably won't be that useful. For PvP, I would not run the AoE denial unless you trade disable. So if you're specifically running someone like Shadow that can trade disable the whole enemy team, and even that is hard to do in PvP considering you start off with so many dots now, and you need to be able to cleanse first or you'll be in trouble. But we can try it out. So lightning concussion. Oh wait, I want the single. I'll do the AoE. For that last and final skill, let's see. AoE electrified, nah. Thunder weakness, special, no. Electrified to an enemy, precision blind to itself, low thunder weakness. Honestly, the last skill is almost irrelevant, I would say. I guess if you have a thunder attacker, even then, like, you're better off just double damage buff or triple damage buff your attacker than just trying to thunder weakness the enemy. So I feel like it almost doesn't matter. We'll run the single electrified, and that'll be the skill set. Ultimate attack, by the way, Unleashed Fury deals mod 10 damage to all enemies, electrified and time stop. Alright, so you can run a Sumptuous Trap so you don't run out of stamina. You could run, oh wow, you could run a Mask so you don't run out of stamina. What would I give this monster in terms of a... I think this would be my sigil holder. If you need a sigil holder, this could be a good one. Alright, setup, it's a denier setup, so all speed runes if it's a war scenario where you can go and deny. Team speed for the most part I would probably do. So team speed, and again I'm personally going to run them with shadow. So just team speed, and hopefully I can deny. We'll do a single speed. Alright, so that'll be the setup. Let's take this monster into PvP and let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to change one skill. Actually, I'm going to do the Thunder Weakness to all enemies with Spark Fang. I was looking through my monsters, and possibly a good teammate, if you have it in a high enough rank, could be Teddy Wave. This is the Pierce Thunder monster we have. So if you set up Thunder Weakness, hey, you could benefit from that. So maybe we'll try that out. We'll see if it works. Let me see what other skills I have. So strong single, thunder. Yeah, so maybe. Okay, so let's see how well this works out. Alright, let's click fight. I think I should be good. I should be able to deny and also do the Thunder Weakness. Looking at the enemy, look at this. We have Artifact Taunt, we have Dodge Area, which is why I tell you it's hard to pull off in PvP, but I think we can do it with this team. So the first thing we're gonna do, let me look at my turn transfer, 1 turn cooldown, disable trait, perfect, and then removes positive effects. So Hush Spell first. Trait disable. Alright, then we need to remove positive effects. So dismantle spell. Perfect. And then we need to disable trait. Alright, so now you're susceptible. And then just to make sure everything is cleansed and removed and everything, we will trait disable here, so no harden for you. Alright, we'll remove your positive effects. And there we go. This is the perfect scenario in which it completely works. And there was no oh my gosh, I ran out of stamina. Oh gosh, how could I do that? I should have looked. Well, I failed. I could have pulled it off. All I needed to do was turn transfer into Tentacon and I would have pulled it off. Darn it. I thought with my masks and everything I would have enough stamina even if it got drained. Looks like I completely misplayed that. Darn it. This would have been fun to showcase. Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, but normally there's like a lot of stuff in the game, and like the dots would eat me alive. What the heck? It's basically a similar team. And unfortunately there is shock at the start of the battle. With shock at the start of the battle, there's not much I can do. This isn't Amanea who can cleanse, so it is what it is. Let's try another one. Yeah, I might just do Megaton, Teddy Wave, and Tentacon. But yeah, this just highlights like it's really hard to use deniers in the PvP. Again, Megataunt, dodge area. Although this one I think I could get away with if I don't mess it up. We'll remove. We're gonna trade disable anyways. We'll trade disable. All right, we'll dismantle. Okay, we'll trade disable. Okay, so far so good. We'll turn transfer onto myself. All right, my mask activates. We will remove positive effects. There we go. Alright, and now we'll trade disable just to finish it off. And now I'm just bad at cycling. I don't know the cycle. Clearly I don't use shadow that much. Clearly I don't use shadow enough to figure out the correct cycle. Alright, are we okay? Are we fine? No, no. Oh my gosh. Very rarely am I given the opportunity to actually showcase it and I fail. Light Hater, so this is a cleanse. If I didn't have that, it'd be perfect. Okay, we'll try one more time. If not, I am just gonna run. It shouldn't be that hard. It's a 1-2-3. It's a 1-2-3. I don't even have to, like, both times I could have just gone in for the denial. I didn't have to try to trade disable everyone, remove everyone's positive effect. Alright, so this is what normally will happen. There's going to be all these crazy dots. That's why I went with Photophobic Shield first. But regardless, you're going to be in trouble. Evasion. Anticipation. One more positive effects here. Anticipation will trigger, so you get to attack me. Alright, or my Teddy. Yeah. Now we can trade disable. Yeah. Yikes. I'm just gonna turn transfer, whatever. Again, normally turn transfer, and then you would do the time stop. Time stop blind to everyone, and it's a miss. Deniers. Am I right? In the PvP meta, not a thing, not worth. Alright, let me max him out. Let me put a Megaton monster. I still want to use Teddy Wave just for the sake of doing the Thunder weakness, but honestly, there's not really much value. And if you go first and there's a Megaton monster, that's the only monster you can deny. That's the bad thing about it. That's why typically you run with someone that could, here, let me do Almania. Someone that could remove and then turn transfer. So I typically would do something like this. And then, I don't even care that she's not running anything. Yeah, it's tough to pull off. It's tough. Alright, see, typically there's always going to be a Megaton monster. In this case, evasion as well. Which is why you need someone. Let me do that. You need someone that can do this. Remove positive effects. Perfect. And in this case, I need to remove positive effects from literally everyone. Damage increase. Remove positive effects over here. So otherwise evasion. Pisces onto myself. You need a monster that can do all of this. There we go. And look, 2 Boulderar monsters. So what's the chance I deny them? Not likely. We can try. Not likely. Attack you a little bit. Turn transfer. Alright, here's my denier. Can I deny? Can I deny? I think to be safe, I'll go with the single, with the mega time stop. Let's see if it lands. Oh, success, it lands. Now we'll go with the AoE time stop. It didn't land on you. And then here's my thunder base attack. Maybe I should have done thunder weakness. I don't know. Electrify to everyone. Bam. There we go. There we go. Finally. Repent center. Lost my attacker. But I think all the dots is actually enough to win already. Except for the fact this monster is gonna come back to life. Turn transfer. Here's that thunder weakness. Alright, you would take more damage from the dots. Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward here. We'll get rid of that evasion. We'll double damage buff. And no damage. Blind, time stop. You'll come back with your revival relic anyways. Dead. Oh, you didn't have revival. Why not? Alright, we'll end it there. But yeah, there you go. We'll take the monster to 150 just for the sake of doing 150. We'll put a Megaton monster and then we'll still try Teddy Wave. Okay, this is probably going to go really horrible, but nonetheless, we're going to try it out. So Tentacon is 150. I'm doing 2 speed, team speed, and then I have a Megaton monster. And we're still using Teddy Wave since he has Pierce and he's a Thunder based monster. Really, you can do any Pierce monster and that'd be equally as powerful. So here, looking at the enemies, no Megaton monster, that's good. I can go in with the denial, and the first monster we're going to deny is, of course, armed, I was going to say, winged armor claw, Cherub Cupid. So I think I'll just go for the single time stop. And it's a miss, which possible, plus I have that sunburn. Alright, so now I get wrecked. Yeah, I'm surprised he survived. Oh yeah, his attacks are very weak. Alright, he's going to end with an AoE. Lust wings, yep. Alright. So, no bueno. Okay, we'll do like 2 more battles. This is, I wish there was a way to showcase the monsters more, but the reality is they're just not usable in PvP. Again, they're a lot more usable in a war scenario. I checked the war, but the war I have right now is not really one where I can use it in. Because then I can just play any Pierce monster, right? I can just do Serpentex. But the problem with that is, again, realistically, you just run, instead of running, let me give him a revival just in case. Instead of running this monster, Tentacon, you just run someone that can buff him. It can be anyone that can just do a double damage buff, triple damage buff, even a 50% damage buff, and that's better off. Like, you don't need to necessarily deny in that case. I mean, it might, and here's a good example where, like, Sparkus is in the way. So now, literally, the only thing I can do is Deni Sparkus. That's it. That's it. Might as well, you know. So we'll do Lightning Concussion, and then, yeah, then it's just a regular battle. Regular Pierce monster doing a Pierce based attack, and that's it. So, Tentacon, not a big fan, honestly. I like the monster design. Love it, actually. Really cool. I love aliens. Love the whole space era thing we have going on. So excited for next era. But unfortunately, the monster itself, it's just not a monster that's really going to be used. You may disagree with me. If so, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you agree with me. Also, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think about this monster and the end of the season in the comments below. Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe.